Okay, so the topic of this video is other cool stuff about motors. And the main thing I wanted to mention was that 127 is a positive value, which usually means like clockwise or counterclockwise, depending on how your motor is oriented. So let's just say this is forward, 127 forward. So let's say we want to go 127 backward. The only way to do that, actually, there's two ways to do it, but this is the easy way. So the best way to do this is to put a negative 127 or a negative 63 or negative whatever, not 163, but 63. Can't go above 127. Okay. So the other thing I wanted to mention was that if if you built a chain drive and let's say you had a left motor and a right motor. So I'm gonna delete this stuff. Okay. If I had a left motor and a right motor and they were oriented differently, I would need to physically check and make sure that they were going to turn in the same direction. So maybe one needs to be negative, one needs to be positive, or both need to be negative, or whatever. But you need to test that, especially like if you're going to put a chain on it, you need to make sure they're going to move in the same direction. So test it without the chain first and then make sure they go in the right way. So just remember, the negative will just switch the direction for you. Also, keep in mind that if you go below 30, you are risking not being able to turn your motor. It's going to sound like a little, a squealing sound. Like if you go to 5 or if you go to 10, it might not be enough to turn the wheel and it might not be enough to turn a mechanism. So just keep in mind to at least keep it at 30 or above. Um, or, positive 30 or negative 30, but it needs to be strong enough to turn a mechanism. So those are just a couple things about motors that I wanted to share.